Hi again, everybody. My name is Kim McCann. I'm a program developer at Prairie, and I am visiting you from my home where everybody is. And that's a little strange for us at Prairie, and it's probably really strange for you at home too. But one of the things I wanted to talk to you about today is keeping some kind of documentation of your time spent at home. We are, like it or not, living in some very historical times. Um, this is unprecedented for us in our experience. And if we take a couple of minutes every day to just write down some thoughts or some experiences, that is a very important thing to do. Number one, it just helps with your mental and emotional processing through this time of transition and strangeness. The other thing it does is it really helps institutions like Prairie. And you may be curious as to how that could be. Well, one of the things that is incredibly important to us at Prairie is realistically depicting what experiences were like for people in the 1830s, in the early 19th century. And since none of us are that old, we're close, but we're not that old. One of the things that we rely on definitely is primary resources, and that means journals and diaries and sketches and letters, correspondences from people in that time period in their own words. So history is recorded generally for the general public um, with drips and drabs that are edited and curated, and so the normal everyday frontlines person, their experience isn't available to us except through primary sources. So what does that mean for us? It means that today we are living in historic times, and today you have an opportunity to share your experience. This doesn't have to be anything formal. In fact, it really shouldn't be anything formal. Something as simple as getting a notepad, some index cards, if you have them, opening up a document on your computer, or sitting down with your cell phone and hitting the video function and pressing record. Something as simple as that, and then just talking about what you did that day. So maybe an entry includes a sentence as simple as, I went to the store and there was still no toilet paper. Now today there's 1,000 memes that you can look at, and we're all going to remember that joke for a while. But in 50 years or 100 years or 150 years, something like that, a little notation about what it was like to live through this time will really have an impact for someone who has no idea. If you look back as recently as 10 years ago, the economic crisis that we suffered in 2008, for some folks my age, 2008 doesn't seem that long ago. In fact, it doesn't feel like 10 years at all, 12 years. It feels like it was a few years ago. But we can't remember really exactly the day-to-day impact that it had on us unless we were recording in a journal or a diary or some other way about how our lives were changed at that time. And in the same way, this, which seems incredibly impactful now and incredibly important now, will not have the same impact on generations after ours. So your diligence now in just taking a couple of minutes, whether it's in the morning or at the end of your day, to write down a few sentences about what your life is like, what your daily experience is like, and the thoughts and feelings that you're having, could in fact have a tremendous impact for institutions like Prairie or any historical societies in the future, and the people who want to share the history of folks like you and me. I hope that you'll do it and maybe even share some things with us. And even though your diary or journal or videos may never end up in an archive of a museum or a historical society somewhere, They certainly will be an invaluable resource for the generations that come after you, your family, to know who you were and what your experiences were and what your life was like, and what an incredible special gift that will be. Have a great day.